We have been in emergency housing for separate times from 2019 to 2020. Emergency housing is obviously where you have literally nowhere else to go. Current situation is single mum of 3 beautiful children. I work full time. I have to work full time to be able to provide for my children, but also set an example of ethic and teaching the children to kind of, work, and what you put in is what you'll get out of it, and try and instill that. As a mum, you're the Uber, you're the nurse, you're the doctor, you're the counsellor, you're the person that has to pay all the bills. You have to make sure that your finger is on the pulse with everything to do with running a home and facilitating your children's need and requirements, picking up from training, making sure that they're safely at training, food shopping, cooking dinner. Yeah, it's tough.
So she works 5 days a week. She's always at work from 9 till 5. She's always drained when she gets home from work, but she still has time to pick us up and let us go to the shop and get stuff from when we've done.
He's a really neat kid. Gentle, old soul for an 11-year-old. Loves sports, being active. His classroom to him is outside, camping, fishing, being in the water. Just really likes to be outdoors.
Yeah, so sports are a big part of my life. It always has been. I've always played and been involved. Even now, my kids play sports. I coach at senior level and at junior level in rugby. Also, sports is a big part of our business as well, and it's an enjoyable part for me, but also it allows us to give back to clubs and charities like the Waterboy. For us, it was a no-brainer to get involved, and we're in a position to obviously help. And then meeting him for the first time, it was a really nice experience. He was so grateful, and meeting him and his mum and hearing the story again, and he was just really polite, really well mannered, and every time that we've met him since, he seems to be doing really well and getting better and better.
Gordon and Mark feel like an extension of our family. When Brayden and I went to meet with Gordon and Mark for the first time, it was based at the office, and it was just, as soon as you met them, open arms, very welcoming. They were so wonderful with being, like when they welcomed Brayden and I into the office and we sat down, we were having a conversation like we'd known each other for years. That was wonderful. Gordon also and Mark took us around for a tour of the workplace, which is fantastic, and this is a business that Gordon started from his garage. Rightly so, he's proudly showing us what he has successfully built from a garage, and you could tell that the sponsorship to them is not just about just paying a sum of money for a child. They're really invested, and so when we do get to catch up and see each other and everything, it's not just about, I don't see them as sponsors and see them as someone that's picked up the tab. I see them as family.
So Gordon, he's really cool. He gave me an opportunity to work for him for 4 days, and then I got pocket money, and during the school holidays it was a really fun experience. With Mark, we went one time to the lake, and then we were playing and like throwing a rugby ball around. I mean, if I didn't have your help, I probably wouldn't be boxing, so it's really thankful. I want to become a professional boxer and get into professional fights. We
want to see Brayden succeed and be good at whatever he chooses to do. We're in a position to give that opportunity, and it's great to see him, Would love to see that he gets support where needed to make sure that he can get that done.
I was already struggling to pay boxing fees and trying to get gear, and then Brayden wanted to look at going to the gym too. And as a parent, when you're struggling financially, you don't want to say no, you just find a way. I can't thank the Waterboy and our sponsors. And it's not just our sponsors, it's all the other sponsors that get to make things happen for our babies, our future, because it really does mean a lot to have that pressure taken off. I'm really, really thankful that the Waterboy is helping my family out and continuing to build strong, resilient, contributing, decent human beings in our community. I'm very grateful for that.
The Waterboy with Lugtons, stronger people, stronger communities.